Hey Marlene, Daphne here. So nice to get your email. Thank you. All fine here. You're sweet to ask about the Queen. She seems to be busy again, working. I mean, she's amazing. She has got good at Zoom, and she's pretty cool. But basically, we are doing all right, and I really hope your vaccination program steps up fast, just to protect everybody. So good one here, and you're on time, and this is looking fantastic. Investment in local amenities, such as leisure centres, is the best way for the government to foster a good community spirit. Really interesting. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Excuse me, what other measures might be effective? So you've got two things in here. So whether local authorities should invest in the modernisation of leisure complexes in order to strengthen their residents' community sense, or consider careful, effective alternatives such as special events, is an often discussed question among. Whoa, this is getting long. I'm just here, Ellen, sitting here going, oh, this is getting a bit long. So, whether local authorities should invest in. Now, you've put in the word modernisation. Be very careful. I think you did this before. Be careful of putting in new words. Yeah? So, I think, just keep it simple, should invest in. Now, what else it might be? A leisure centre, a swimming pool. So why don't we go facilities, such as, or facilities and, why don't we go local facilities and leisure complexes. Just being super careful here. In order to strengthen their residents' now community sense, we don't say that. Their residents, or why don't you go the happiness of their residents? Yeah. It would be sense of community. Okay, so I'm only just going to put that like that because it's basically fine. I'm just worried about the word count. So you would say either the happiness of the residents or their residents' sense of community, or consider, this is important, it's just a verb, infinitive, or consider effective alternatives. You don't need that. Such as special events is often discussed. Okay, so just go back to the grammar. So whether they should invest, this is a key word. This is you're kind of in a reverse conditional, which is amazing. But whether they should invest, or here, this is same structure, consider. So whether they should do this or do this. So this has to be infinitive as well, because it's controlled by this structure. Should is your main verb, and these are sub-verbs, still controlled by that. So yes, go for the long sentence, but be careful because sometimes it gets you into hot water. Yeah? I believe that it is indeed advantageous to spend money on the best but good to attract people, but additional measures like should take place or could take place. You can go more gently here. Could take place. Okay? Could take place to cover a wider proportion, but or could take place as well. Yeah, and you can stop there. But be careful of making this too long. Okay? Just write that out again for your happiness. Shorter. Yeah? Because you don't want to make any mistakes at the beginning. The examiner will judge right at the beginning what band you are. Okay? So this says to me, yes, you're band 7, but there's still a few mistakes. Yeah, it's a bit overcomplicated. Okay? With refurbishment, improved accessibility, and a unique appearance in most public buildings, various benefits could be gained for the community. Okay? And now, again, you've got this idea of modernisation. I see, this is investment. Okay. Yeah. It might be just a build. Yeah? So with refurbishment, improved accessibility, and a unique appearance of public buildings, various benefits could be gained for the community. Okay, So why don't we go money? Let's just go money. Make it really clear that you've got this idea of investment. With money, refurbishment, various, I'm not sure what you mean, and the unique appearance. Various benefits could be gained. So for me, I don't need that. I would go with money, refurbishment, and improved accessibility. Various benefits could be gained. Various benefits in updating or building facilities could be gained. So for me, this is the key bit, updating or building. So this is the investment in. Yeah? Okay. These institutions mostly include different kinds of attractive offers for visitors, such as, excellent, to spend the public's idle time satisfyingly. Good. For families especially, these public key points are a great opportunity to socialise with others, keep themselves fit, keep, just infinitive. So, to socialise, keep these verb structures in mind. To keep themselves fit, that should be infinitive as well. Or to be educated, they should all be infinitives. An opportunity to, 1, 2, 3 infinitives. A German study recently indicated that approximately 65% of the public visited their local community centre frequently. Now, visited in the past and frequently now, so I'd go visit, yeah, their local community centre frequently. Undeniable that an advantage for government is to invest. Good, really, really nice, well done. However, despite, and not despite, as well as, because you're not saying you don't want them, you're giving an additional idea. As well as leisure complexes, other measures should also be taken in order to awaken people's sense of community spirit. Really nice. So definitely as well as. A Swedish survey published their impressive results in a local newspaper, which found that local art and music festivals are an outstanding chance, watch out, adjective there, not adverb, adjective, to gather generations with sustainable effect. This is because most people are interested in arts and therefore repeatedly attend. So move that before the verb, repeatedly attend, and you want present tense verb there. Attend such opportunities. No, you don't attend in, you just attend. So that goes. Furthermore, even disadvantaged citizens like disabled people or the elderly are often accompanied. Yeah, good point. So it's inclusive. Local sense of integrity and inclusivity, or inclusiveness, might be optimised. Really, really nice. Lovely paragraph there. Excellent work. To conclude, I agree that authorities should take care of the public service, but I do not think this is the best way. Okay, because fundamental energy might come from the members themselves. Nice. Subsequently, as a secondary measure, could organise special events. That is an excellent conclusion. Really, really good. Okay, so just this weather structure is the main thing in this essay. There's just a sentence I don't quite understand, but otherwise the coherence of this is great. Watch out on those important grammar structures there. This is something, if you read it through, like if you have time to check, you might spot. Be aware of the grammar in there. This is a great way to start, but make sure you're really, really happy with it. Okay, keep it a wee bit shorter. Okay, but you've done really, really well there on a difficult title. So I love what you're doing really well. Maybe write out the difficult sentences again, so you're happy with them. I know you print everything, but maybe just write a few corrections, not the whole lot, just a few sentences to make sure that you're happy. And here you need a that clause, which found that, yeah, are, or to be. Okay, but really, really good. Well done. Okay, difficult one. So task 1, we're comparing the number of college students who go to sports events and then what happens, sort of thing. Hang on, So the two graphs illustrate the results for a survey of 500 students. The pie chart compares the proportion participants who have gone to sports events. Well, the table indicates 5 different types of sports happenings. Nice, very clear. Well done, good. Overall, the majority of examined students sounds a bit scary, questioned, or students surveyed enjoyed sports occasions, while generally more men were interested in such activities. Good, okay, looking good. Notably, the majority of question students, oh, you've got it there, sorry, have not stated that they regularly attend. Now, we don't attend in, so we just attend sports events, especially, not especially, precisely 4/5 you'd have to go. Not, oh, specifically 4/5. Oh, okay, sorry, I thought you said especially, my fault, read it wrong. So 4/5, whereas just 1/5 stated not visiting. You'd have to have an ing, or I would stated easier. They prefer not to visit. I think it's easier to get another verb in there and another subject. Okay. In comparison, more males were registered to take part in such proceedings than females. Furthermore, I don't think you need to put that line in because you've already said that in your overall. Okay. So here you want to be getting into the detail now. Don't use football. Don't use furthermore. That's more likely to ask to. Football was of more significance for men. More or most significance for men at 34. While only one woman named tennis was more popular. Okay, so remember the comparative language. This is what we're looking at here. More popular for females, which is 21 times more excellent. Relatively stable in numbers of both genders. The male are 18 summed together. Basketball counted for. Okay, I think you need to be comparing between the sports. Okay, remember what you've done here. You've listed. Okay, you've listed male and female all the time. But what about doing? Remember how you group and compare. Yeah. So maybe here, these two, so the volleyball and badminton, were half as popular as tennis for women and 3 times less popular, less visited than male supporters, male fans or supporters. So remember, you need to have these kind of things in here. So this is your extra value added, if you like. I'm commenting on not just the numbers I can see, but I'm connecting the numbers. Yeah? So the 3 least popular sports were football, tennis, or football and badminton for women, and then, or just overall. Yeah? So I think you need to get into more detail there on those. So more comparisons. Okay? More comparisons. I found a really, really good document today that I will send you as well that might help. Just some fantastic language structures for that task 1. Okay, but really, really good. You are doing brilliantly. Well done.